Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll run play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that is a picture-perfect start for this defense. Number one objective, get off the field even better. Third down, force them into a passing situation. You win, you hit the quarterback. Nice start by this team.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's locked. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll go to the fullback. Wide open spaces. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Alabama facing 4th down as we open play here in the 2nd quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's some...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease, it's Love. Finding an escape route. He's loose on the right. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught in the backfield, it's locked. They will score! Touchdown, Irish!
Really nice job by this offense. I love it. They were aggressive, moved down the field, got the touchdown, broke the 0-0 seal. This game has not been high-flying by any stretch, but that's how you finish a first half.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it up to 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Defense not showing press coverage. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's Love. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And, man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hasn't been on the same page.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. The short hands, it's loud. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. To throw, it's Simpson. Got his man on the outside.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. He's loose. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing.
Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Smashes ahead. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bama! They take the lead with the 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Pauly. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Carr. Dumps it to the back. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They want that clock to run. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The give is to Miller. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Marking the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.